What's going on, my fly hippie family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. For some reason, ESPN cannot accept the facts and the truth about Caitlin Clark. I don't know why. Y'all gonna laugh at these clips, man. We're gonna break it all the way down, but before we do that, y'all make sure y'all hit the thumbs up for your boy if you like the content. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit at least 8,500, man, by the end of this week. So yeah, if y'all can help me with that, man, I highly appreciate that. And don't forget to get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this. Let's get it. First, we're going to start right here. Let's talk about it. We all know what this is. I don't want to hear any of the excuses. We know why USA had the lowest attendance when it came to games. And it's because it's missing Caitlin Clark. And if you think I'm lying about that, why did this young man here have a sign saying you need Caitlin Clark to beat us? This girl's a global phenom. The world is keeping up with her movement. You're missing on the biggest opportunity to grow your league here. How are they missing it, Izzy? Well, let me tell you. If y'all remember Caitlin Clark's story about Maya Moore, that shows you that's the main way to grow your league in the future. If y'all don't know the story, Caitlin Clark saw Maya Moore on the floor. She watched the game, loved her game, hugged her, and ran off. Now look at her. She's one of the best players in the league. Now, a lot of you all don't like the fact that I bring up Angel Reese when it comes to Caitlin Clark. Now, the only reason I bring up Angel Reese is because she's the number 2 most watched player. Hence the jersey sales. Caitlin Clark is number 1, Angel Reese is number 2. That has nothing to do with their game, okay? This is just on notoriety. Caitlin Clark is still by far the best skilled player out of the rookie class, in my opinion. Now, if you would have sent both of them over there, there's no telling who you would have impacted, what child life you would have impacted, what teenager life you would have impacted. This means nobody is coming to talk to your players. Nobody is coming to see your players. Nobody is watching your players. If the game has nuances about it, why the numbers were so low, what about the press conference? The press conference had nobody in there. How do you think we have Luka? Nikola Jokic. How do you think we have these players? Giannis, Embiid. Majority of them say LeBron James is their favorite player. Most of them. I understand you're going to get your goal, but what about your future? ESPN can't even accept what's going on.
She's on pace for 327 assists this season. That would set a league record for a season, and she's also well on her way to setting the rookie record for threes as well. So beyond just the stats, beyond just the records, Ryan, what are your expectations for Clark through the rest of the season as this Rookie of the Year race starts to heat up, as we start looking towards who's going to make the playoff cut, etc.?
Yeah, I mean, I think over the last few weeks, she has clearly separated herself in the Rookie of the Year race, which has been incredible. And obviously, we know Angel is having an outstanding rookie season. Yeah. And in many years, she would be a runaway winner for Rookie of the Year. It just happens to be a year where you also have Caitlin Clark, who is doing obviously historic things. And right now, I honestly think we are moving towards a place where we're going to be debating more so where she falls into the all WNBA conversation. If she keeps playing like this, we're going to be talking about her as a legitimate candidate to be first team all WNBA. I think in the MVP race, we know A'ja Wilson is the unanimous MVP this year. That's not going to be up for grabs. There's zero doubt about that. But who finishes second is interesting. Sabrina Ionescu, Kalia Copper. I think, Alyssa Thomas was in there. Well, guess what? We know Stewie's always there. Caitlin Clark is starting to surge in that as well. And I will not be surprised at all if by the time we get to the end of this season, Caitlin Clark ends up second or third on MVP ballots. Wow. No one is passing A'ja. Let's make that very clear. But that's how good Caitlin has been.
So y'all heard what he said, right? For some reason, they can't acknowledge that Caitlin Clark is light years ahead in the Rookie of the Year race. But for some reason, they can acknowledge that A'ja Wilson is light years ahead with the MVP. Tell me this, man. If it's not a no-doubter about Caitlin Clark being a Rookie of the Year, where is Angel Reese on this MVP list? They are very quick to give A'ja Wilson the trophy already, but Caitlin Clark is still in a race. But you have Caitlin Clark finishing, as you heard him, finishing number 2 in the MVP race. I would see if Caitlin Clark was number 4 and then Angel Reese is number 5. I would see that. The contradiction is real, man.
So she gets an A, Andrea, but is she the top of her class? Has Caitlin solidified herself as the Rookie of the Year?
Oh, okay. Solidified is the word that I'm just a little hung up on there, Cass. You can't get me stuck with that word solidified because there is still a second half of the season. But I will say Caitlin has separated herself. I won't say she's solidified it, but she has separated herself. Caitlin's last 10 games, averaging 18 points, 14 assists, 6 rebounds. That is incredible. Those are MVP-like numbers. Of course, A'ja Wilson's running away with the MVP. I might say she's solidified that award, but for Caitlin, she has created separation with the chemistry that she has with her teammates. And think about this. I know a lot of people talk about Caitlin's turnovers. One, they come from excitement and trying to make a play. So I completely will take that and the turnovers with the plays that she's able to make. And I mentioned those last 10 games, Cass. Listen to this. If you subtract Caitlin's turnovers from her assists in her last 10 games, she still leads the league in assists, which is where the separation starts to come in for me with Caitlin as Rookie of the Year.
So y'all know how I feel about Andrea. Phenomenal analyst. Love what she do. She usually on top of her game. But for some reason, when it comes to Caitlin Clark, she just can't be accurate. Now, y'all heard everything she was saying. Yeah, she's a great player and da-da-da. She gave her the highest praise, right? Then she said, oh, I can't say that she's solidified that she's the Rookie of the Year because it's a second half to go. But then in the same breath, you turn around and say, oh, A'ja Wilson solidified it, though. Oh, so the second half don't have anything to do with A'ja, huh? We're just going to give it to her. We don't care what she do in the second half. Who knows what's going to happen in the second half? She just said Caitlin Clark averaging 18, 14, and 6. If she continues to do that, you don't think she deserved to be in the MVP conversation? A'ja is a great player. I love her game too. But my thing is, you can't write off the other MVP candidates if you're not writing off the other Rookie of the Year candidate. If I show y'all these two stats, right? I'm going to put them up on the screen right now. If I show y'all these two stats, who would y'all say the better player is? This will let me know how you view basketball. Out of these two players, who do you think is the better player? Put it in the comments right here. Put them in the comments right now. Now, I'm going to show you who they belong to, okay? This is one of the stat lines, right? The other stat line, Sabrina. Look at where they got Sabrina. They got Sabrina above Brittany and Thomas. And I had somebody saying, oh, Caitlin Clark ain't the best guard. She's not the best guard. I just asked for your list. Give me your list. Who you got? Who your top 10? And of course, she couldn't give me the answer, of course. Says she don't have time to debate, but she's messaging me full paragraphs. I got love for all y'all, man. Okay, we just talking basketball. It's fun. It's fun to me. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I'm going to see y'all on the next one.